Here we go. We are double rolling. Yay!
What's up, world?
Hey, I am so excited to be here with you today. I love being up here in Michigan.
I love having you up here.
I'm about ready to move here. It's so cool. So for everybody that doesn't know, and you already should, this is Ideal, and he has just put out one of the best tracks I have ever heard in a long time, like in hip hop. It reminds me so much of the old school that I am desperately missing. Like, tell me about, like...
So it's called The Crown. It features Benny the Butcher and October London. It's produced entirely by my man Pooney. It's off of my upcoming album called Scatterbrain. That'll be out in January. Distributed through 6 Degrees Records, along with In Groove. And that whole album is produced by Pooney as well.
Right on.
And yeah, it's like
sweetheart.
something we've been working on for like 2 years now. We got some of my favorite MCs that I've idolized my entire life on it, and yeah, I'm really excited about it, and I'm really happy to have you up here.
Yeah, I'm excited about it too, and that is why, like, you need to follow him, because as soon as I heard it, I was like, I need to get up here with you and get you in for an interview. And I'm so excited that you agreed to sit with me.
Yeah,
and
couldn't be happier.
I warned you about drawing cards and stuff, so...
Oh, roulette, let's go.
It's all random.
Let's go.
It's the luck's on you here. So we're going to do 3 at a time. 3 at a time. And let us pick your first 3.
Oh, they all came out at once.
Then you're meant to have all of them.
No
sneak peeks.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought you...
Oh.
I thought I was supposed to read them and then answer
Yeah.
them.
No, it's all good. I didn't warn you.
That's fine. It's okay. I like it that way.
So the first one's a little serious. I like this. Did you always know what you wanted to be?
Since very young. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, my name's Ideal. Like, I rapped my ass off, and I started really doing that when I was like 15, and I've also been selling weed since I was very, very young. It's kind of when we were just talking about this. Those kind of went fucking hand in hand.
Your little double
right off the bat. Like, like
as
soon as I figured that out, especially when I really started thinking I wanted to rap when I was like 15, 16, being like, no, I could do this, and then started taking it really serious when I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I was like, I'm fucking Ideal. My last name's Deal. I was like, I am Deal. That just made too much sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Not always, but since very young.
I feel that I'm Melodie. I'm in the music.
We were just talking about it. It's
yeah.
like, yeah, there we go. That one's just too easy.
That's awesome. Oh, what's your middle name?
My middle name is Russell. My name's
Nice.
Justin Russell Deal. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, government name, but that don't put it in the streets. No, just fucking.
No, that's okay. Russell's a nice name.
It's my great grandfather who I've never met him, but like he died before I was born. But my great grandmother, his wife, was born on my birthday. I was born on her birthday, and she lived to be like 100. So I was always like, oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I have my great grandmother's birthday as well.
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
She lived, yeah.
Shit, what's going on here? We got to switch bodies?
I love that. I love that. All right. Oh, are you ready? What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. You know, I feel like we're all trying to figure it out. I realized when I felt like I was really an adult, it was like, you know, after a lot of different trips and shit. But like, it was like I was like, oh, nobody knows shit. Nobody knows anything. There's nobody can actually prove fucking anything beyond their own mind.
Right.
And nobody believes it anyway, so I'm just like, oh, everybody's just trying to figure shit out and nobody knows any of it at all. And so, yeah.
That's perfectly stated.
Like, I'm just like, nobody knows shit. So, like, I know as much as anybody.
Yeah.
And if I try to learn more, maybe I know more. Maybe I realize that nobody knows nothing at all.
Yeah. It almost makes you feel a little more comfortable to know everybody's just winging it.
Yeah, just... yeah, exactly.
Okay, the world is about to end, and you have 3 extra passes to an exclusive escape spaceship going to a new planet. Who would you save and why?
Oh, I'm bringing you and Mandy and Pooney. I'm bringing my girlfriend. I'm bringing you to photograph it off at the end of the world. I'm bringing Pooney so we can make beats for the rest of our lives.
I am happy to be there.
Like, there we go. The 3 of us are rocking and rolling.
Well, that's been a wonderful start to this interview. So you're the first person ever, I think, that had 4 jump out at you. Let's see if we do 3 this time,
Sure,
or if
I got you.
yeah.
Boom.
Let's see what happens.
Boom. Boom.
Okay. Let us see. What is the one thing that's an absolute deal breaker in a personal or business relationship? Like any kind of relationship?
You just gotta be able to like. I guess a deal breaker would be if somebody, if they were just like the worst. Like if they, if they're like right off the bat, if somebody's not genuine and trustworthy, whether it's in business or a personal relationship or music, like it's like I gotta vibe with you to begin with, and that's probably like off the bat, whatever that would be. It's like if I'm just like fuck this person, like because just the way I perceive you, because what I'm saying, it's like I gotta be able to like at least like be like I'm rocking with this.
More about a feeling.
Yeah, for sure, off the bat.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit.
Smokey Robinson.
What are like current?
People at home aren't gonna get that. That's my dog. They're just gonna. Who the fuck are you talking to?
This is Smokey Robinson right here. Are there any like new current trends or artists that you're into right now?
I'm into a bunch of new artists right now. I mean, like in terms of hip hop, I'm into like Pink Seafood. I've been listening to a lot of Boldy James lately. Obviously, I rock with fucking Griselda and Benny and Conway, but they're not new. They're like 5 years in the game at this point. But Mandy, my girlfriend, is way better at putting me on to just like new music. She like I'm always like, who is this? She's like, read the label. But like she's like so much better about like she listens to like her. She's always on her new Spotify, her weekly updates and stuff. And I've listened to more like my classic shit. But I'm really rocking with Pink Seafood real hard right now. I like Man Wolves from Chicago. They just put out a song with Mick Jenkins, but they've been around for a minute too, but they're not necessarily to the masses. But besides that, I mean, I tend to go back to a lot of, like, I'm still, like, listening to, like, I grew up on, like, Nas and shit. I'm like, ooh. Like, the new Chili Peppers comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
They've been around for 30 years, and I'm like, oh, shit, I can't believe the new Chili. So it's like, I'm more on, like this year, really, like, I told my girlfriend, I was like, all I care about is Jack White, the Chili Peppers, and Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Saw Rage and Chili Peppers and Jack White both put out 2 fucking albums this year.
Oh, I
so
know.
I'm like, it ended up being like all I really focused on, because it's like all I care about besides my own music that I'm making right now. So they put out a new album tomorrow, the second of the year, that I'm just like, yes.
I feel that.
So it's like I'm still listening to the people I've listened to for so long, but they're still making the best music that I know. So
I get that about your girlfriend Mandy too, because I'm excited to maybe sometime interview her, because she was playing some new stuff that I hadn't
She's
heard.
up on it everything.
And I was like, her taste is amazing.
Yeah, she's the best.
So, yeah.
And when it comes, especially like her, she's always put me up on new music, and I'm like, listen to this new Nas.
And you need that in your life,
I
man.
need that so much.
There's, the most important people in your life are the ones that bring that new music in.
Yeah, no, it's just. And there's people that you trust in your life to do that. They're like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm that for a lot of my friends, just being like, yo, you haven't heard this shit yet, you know what I'm saying? But like, Mandy's taste is so eclectic that I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
it's like, she's listening to everything. And I try to. It takes me a long time to come around to things. Like, sometimes I'm like, man, I was wrong about that for a long time, but now I see that artist is amazing. And it took me 5 albums to realize it. And like, all people around me were being like, first album, listen to fucking Tyler the Creator, and I was like, this isn't my shit. And now I'm like, oh my god, these dudes are fucking geniuses. And I was wrong, and I'm happy to bite my tongue about shit like that.
I've got a couple of those that I'm not going to admit right now. Okay. It's the zombie apocalypse, and you must scavenge for food. Which one of the following people will you take with you for backup? A. Kanye West. B. Cardi B. Or C. The Situation from Jersey Shore.
Cardi B for sure. She's like Tupac. I'm taking Cardi B. She's like a female Tupac. She would have my back for sure.
She's gonna like.
I'm gonna do a song with Cardi B soon. Like I'm going to.
I love that. Okay.
I mean it.
We have definitely got time for some more.
Yeah, I'm with you. Oh yeah, my bad.
No, it's all good.
Oh, I can't see him. I gotta be rapid fire here.
If you could interview anyone in the universe, alive or dead, who would it be?
It'd be Tupac. For sure. Because everybody else that I would want to interview, I mean, for the most part, is alive. It would be Tupac.
I love that.
That was like why I started rapping when I found out. But like when I was 8 years old, my cousin gave me All Eyes on Me. And he was like, I don't really like this shit. He was like from Cincinnati, but he was like kind of hillbilly and shit. And he was like, you'll like this shit though. And I didn't even listen to music at the time. And I went through from day one a huge Tupac phase before I wrote songs or anything. And I got his book of poetry that was like before he wrote songs. And the songs that he turned into poetry. It's called A Rose That Grew From Concrete. And I was already kind of writing a little bit of poetry, and they just instantly became little songs. And I was like, oh, I love the rhyme. I love the fucking rhyme. And then I was like reading poetry and shit, like old Shakespeare and shit. And I was like, oh, this is this is what makes it dope is the rhyme.
Yeah.
And I was like, just fell in love with it. Like, and then that led to like a huge Tupac phase. And then I found like real hip hop. Like, not that Tupac isn't.
No,
like,
I know
he's
exactly
more of
what
like
you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
everybody kind of relates to Tupac, even if you don't listen to hip hop. Where it's like when I found like Nas and Jay-Z, like Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic, and Black on Both Sides and all this shit. That's when I was like, oh, this is what I want to fucking do. And that's when I was like 16, and I was already like, you know, selling weed for a long time. I was already living with like a very hip hop life at a young age, like fucking just wilding the fuck out without even really knowing it. And I was like, oh, this is what I do. It's like I rap and I fucking sell weed. I was like, this is my shit. Like, and yeah, that's when it all kind of clicked.
Well, this one is a little easier, or maybe it's not. This is just, what's your favorite scent?
Scent?
Yeah.
Great skunky weed.
I love that. That's the best
Great
answer
skunky weed.
that I've ever had.
For sure.
That's great.
Yeah, no, that's definitely.
All right.
Why don't you pick something?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's freestyle it.
Pow, pow. What do you wish you could tell a young you?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't really got nothing to say because anything I'm just like, you know what? I was a horrible kid and fucking went through a bunch of dumb shit, but shit like I wouldn't have turned out like this, and like who knows? I'm not like I don't know. Like, I'm really happy the way I am right now. The person I am that like.
Yeah.
I feel like I've always been, and like I had to go through a lot of stupid shit that I put myself through, and shit that you also can't control.
If you don't go through it, you might not
so
be
it's like, you know, there's a lot of shit that I'm embarrassed of, and fucking, but I like had to go through it in order to fucking, you know, be like, don't fucking do that shit, or like stop getting arrested, or whatever it is, you know, like when you're a kid, and if I wouldn't have got through all that stupid shit, like fucking I would be.
Right.
Yeah.
Cat or dog?
Obviously,
Yeah,
dogs.
dog. I knew what you were gonna
Smokey
say.
Robinson.
I didn't even need to
Smoke
ask.
dog. You don't even now. I
Hi,
can't get him to move. Earlier, he
Yeah.
was in all the shots. Now he won't even come in the camera.
Is there a particular method you use to find opportunities to display your craft? Like,
I mean,
social media a lot nowadays.
Yeah, but I mean, the method that I use, I would say, is just like being a part of the scene that you're a part of. Right? Like that's how I met you. That's how I know. It's like because like playing the shows, but also like staying for everybody else's show. Fucking going to other people's shows that you in your whatever it is. If you're an artist, fucking you need to go like support other fucking artists, whatever it is.
Right.
Otherwise, it's like why should we give a fuck about your shit? Like you should be like, you know, it's like if you don't support other artists, you're just an asshole kind of. It's like as an artist, it's like if you're a waiter who doesn't tip other waiters or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like fucking like you need to be a part of the scene you're trying to be a part of.
Yeah.
Or that you are a part of if you know what I mean already. If you intrinsically like came up in some shit and you're a part of that wave, like, but you can't like fucking just do your own thing and like leave right after the show or not hang out or whatever it is. Not support. Yeah, you're missing out. It's like
you
it's
miss
just
out on
like,
good shit that way, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's like if you're an artist, you need to support other artists, or if you even care about it, you should. It's just like. What? Yeah. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, don't even think about displaying
you're just
your
the
shit.
best, and fucking nobody else matters. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So that's what I believe in.
Okay, I think this is about the last time we can do a couple. We are nearing our end for this, anyway. Yeah.
This has been nice.
I'm excited about like doing some more promo shoots and stuff.
No, we're about to do some dope ass shit.
How's that? Okay.
I like that. Let's go. Boom. Boom.
Okay. What's your most important artist tool? Microphone?
Yeah, but I mean,
Shouldn't be putting words in your mouth.
No, my mic as a instrument is like a microphone, but like a tool is like as an artist is like just you need to make art as often as possible. Whatever you're trying to do, you need to do it as often as possible to a certain extent once you get to a certain point. But like, fucking, the only way to get good is to fucking do it all the time and mean it. Fucking mean it. That's your best artist tool. Like, to creativity or any of that shit. It's just like doing it as often as you can. You know, like, you can't force creativity, but like, you have to like know. You have to do it enough to know what's good and what's bad within your own repertoire and like how to get better. And like, that's, you do it by doing it. Whether if you're a fucking stand-up, you need to be doing stand-up every night of the week. If you're a fucking rapper, you need to be fucking always thinking of fucking rhymes. Just always, and writing them until fucking they fall off the page, and then you're like, oh shit, that maybe those weren't the best.
You're inspiring me to want to go like write some shit right now. Like, I've been lazy lately. Star Trek or Star Wars?
I was too young for Star Trek really. Star Wars obviously, but they made a bunch. You know, I was like, I like good movies, but yeah. I would say Star Wars, I guess, but it's like that. I put it on when I'm like, I want to watch a long movie and maybe fall asleep and do some other shit.
Yeah.
I'll put on Star Wars, but yeah.
You know what I don't have on here? Not that I've been watching the Orville, and it's like
Mandy watches
Seth
that.
MacFarlane.
Yeah, she loves it.
Yeah.
I like. It takes a lot for me to get involved in the show. I liked Westworld and shit, but it's like it takes a lot for me to get involved. I started watching like Game of Thrones, like in a winter up here where we got snowed the fuck in for like 2 weeks, and I was real sick and shit. I was like, I guess I'm just watching Game of Thrones now.
Yeah.
And I kind of like it. It's good, but like I don't know. It takes a lot for me to get involved in the show.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a time suckage.
Yeah, but it's like, but when you're snowed in for 3 weeks, you're like, well, I guess this is what's supposed to do right now.
Yes, it's time for you to take a break. Okay, and the last question ever.
Was it intense?
Yes, super intense. Prepare yourself.
We were eating dinner last night, and they were like, we were on the roof, and they were like, we were the last people there, and then they were like, you're the last rooftop of the year. We were like, fuck yeah.
Nice. I love that. No, you're totally fine. I love that. Okay, what is your favorite song to sing if you're doing karaoke? Or if you don't do karaoke, then like in the car or the shower?
Oh, I mean, I love to sing very much, but I will say that like if I can narrow it to something like
something you love to belt
like my whole band loved Steely Dan, and like the whole first album, Can't Buy a Thrill. We drove around in our band for.
We're talking about Midwest Hype.
Yeah, Midwest Hype.
Right.
Sorry, but me and Midwest Hype, the band. Like I'm still in Midwest Hype. I'm just doing solo stuff, and everybody's doing solo stuff because.
So you guys all get into Steely Dan.
Like that's the only thing. This Red Hot Chili Peppers and Steely Dan are the only things that we completely agree upon. But like the band that we had for 10 years, we had Can't Buy a Thrill on tape, and we literally would just listen. We listened to it until it stopped working. Just we didn't take it out, you know, because it couldn't come out. So like we just listened to it and literally stopped working. But we could. The whole first album, like Can't Buy a Thrill, we could just like literally sing like guitar note for note, and like we could backup sing the backup singers and shit. So like,
oh my gosh,
yeah, it's like
I would love to get you guys together and
it's like
hear that.
Trust me, it gets annoying to people.
Person.
They're just like, what the fuck? It's like my girlfriend and our girlfriends, you know, they're like, all right, cool, you guys are just weird now.
Oh, I love that. I love that. See if I can interview all of you guys at once sometime. I'm gonna get that live performance.
I'm sure you'll be able to. We just gotta do it before a show instead of after.
Yeah, of course. All right. On that note, so where can everybody find your new track to check out?
You can find it on everything. My name's Ideal. It's called The Crown, featuring Benny the Butcher in October, London. And it's literally available on everything: Spotify, Apple Music, everything. My website's idealhiphop.com. But if you just hit me up at Ideal MWH, like Midwest Hype, on Twitter and Instagram, you'll find my link tree and all that shit.
I will put all the links and all
and
that good stuff in the description.
Yeah.
And stay tuned for even more from him. And this has been so fun. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome, Melody. Thank you
And
for
we will see you guys later.
Peace.
Bye. Hey.
That was fun.
All my people in here, I am. All my people in here, say I am. All my people in here, I am. All my people in here, say I am. All my people in here, I am. All my people in here, say I am. All my people in here, I am. Well, goddamn, tell them how it is, my man. It starts with the funky direction, and some lyrics with the proper inflection. Like a song in your favorite section, as a stick in your mind like infection. Girl, your body make me think perfection. How I love to get a taste of your affection. Let me pass you a note, you can cast me your vote, take a vote in my election. I'm a people in here, I am. I'm a people in here, said I am. I'm a people in here, I am. I'm a people in here, said I am.
I'm all types of stone, blown like a windmill. I've been making short stops like I played the infield. Might stay the night at home, right up home and then chill. But I got a hypertone, my microphones I've bent him. My lines have been sealed, cause real in the angels. That's when rhymes ideal stands out like a camel toe. Camera flow, hate to see with the sickness with these images. I imagine them bring into existence. But the images, all these always started falling. I begin to feel torn and still wish that we was born again. We was fucking touring it, from here to Oregon to the corners performing it. All the auditorium, party is so boring, waking up on the forest. Throwing drums like horns.
have some fun.